life is the greatest gift of all. To be a grain of sand on the beach is dope. Like, that's fantastic. I guess I want to clarify that I say that it doesn't matter with beauty. Maybe a better underpinning of that is if you are living life for anyone else, that is a waste. We don't talk about Ben Franklin a ton, or Andrew Carnegie, or Rockefeller, like Genghis Khan. Napoleon's really not dominating the conversation. These are people that did amazing things, and we don't ever talk about them. You know, like there's a few names that stand the test of limited history, but some of the most important historical figures, for whatever they did, not negative or positive, we don't even talk about because they don't matter. But back then, it was everything. It's like, that's it. And it's nothing. Because we tend to care about what's going on with us and care about the now. And that's all awesome. I just, like, when people lean into concepts like immortality and like legacy, a lot of the retirement questions have been like, what do you want your legacy to be? I don't care. I don't. What I'm grateful for is I had a chance to be the man in the fucking arena. That is beautiful. And I realized that, I might have a chance to do this. And I'm going to do it. Like, that's it for me. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I don't care. The best thing for business would be for me to never be spoken about again, because that means the class that is present is running at full speed, and you don't need to remember anything about that. Like, and I don't need the validation after that chapter closes that, oh man, you did great. Remember this thing, remember this thing. Those are awesome. Like, I reflect on memories and moments in my life and they bring me joy. But allow me to have that and that joy. You know, like
It's just not about other people or what they think. It's about your life and what you accomplish for yourself and the goals that you set.
If when December comes and the final thing happens and I'm out and like I'm never talked about again, I'm still good. And it's not going to shortchange any of the seconds that I spent in the ring. And I'm also I'm trying to follow in your footsteps. I'm trying to be a great spokesperson and a great advocate for something I love and something I believe in and something that's close to me. But man, I guess if you are working for immortality, you might miss being in the thing. You might miss being present. And if you're working for legacy, you might miss the cool moments that happen. And sometimes, I mean, for me, this has been a byproduct of just being in the cool moment. And like, okay, I have this match coming up. How can I make it more meaningful? How can I make it stand out? How can we do something that's cool? Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But if you get 25 years of trying, hopefully you got more good ones than bad. And that means you can keep doing the thing as long as you want. You know?
And being present.
I guess so. I don't know. And again, that's only my perspective. I'm
right.
not.
But that's what I want to know is your perspective.
Yeah, like, man.
Because everyone's different.
Yes, there are
right?
8 billion folks on the rock, but there was a time when there were none. And, another stat to go along with the pale blue dot is I read a book on the history of intelligence, and it kind of put like space in a distance and timeline of like the sun has X trillion years before it burns out, and all the galaxies have about X quadrillion years before they entropy. So the amount of energy that it would take to fail everything, if you were to put that in a timeline from Jan 1 to December 31st, we right now sit 7 minutes into January 1st. That's gnarly. Like, there'll still be stuff when we're not around. So it doesn't matter. Like if you're planting your flag to be like, they're never going to forget this. They are, because a quadrillion years from now, they're going to worry about I don't even know what that means. It may not even be us, but I guess when I do walk away from this, I will walk away fulfilled and not having been like, if I'd only, and I don't even know what the next X amount of dates look like, whether I'm going to be the shits or the matches are going to be good or bad, or if people are going to buy. I know you will get everything that I have. I will not leave a drop of sweat behind, and I will do my best. And that's all I've ever done. And I've hit and I've missed, and
you've learned.
And I'll be okay.
And you've grown.
Yeah. So I guess that's what I mean by
it doesn't matter what other people think. And it's not about future end states that God only knows when they're going to happen.
Make sure the sleep is sound. Try to, and I've learned that through failure of a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of experimenting to try to find out how to sleep sound. But make sure the sleep is sound.
And earn your sunset.
The sleep is really sound when you do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that's it. And then again, we could talk in 2 years and be like, no, I was kidding. This is the most important thing. I don't know. But then again, I also don't know. And I think that could be one of the most important things. When the facts change, so does my opinion. Staying curious of just because I feel this way and I say things that might elicit an emotional response from your viewers and be like, well, I don't believe that. That's great. Let's be curious about that. Maybe somebody out there can be like, hey, dude, you said this. These are the 3 things I think they're fucked up about that. And then I can be like, never thought about that before. Mm-hmm. Man, you've been responsible for a lot of those never thought about that before moments.
I think you give me way too much credit. Way too much credit.
You never know how you affect people.
I guess that's true.
And I would say the same thing. When I've been able to meet a lot of folks and shake a lot of hands and hear a lot of stories, and I was certainly not trying to orchestrate any of the things that I've heard, but to hear those things and to hear that they're genuine is man, I never let that settle. I'm always like, please, you did the work. Whatever you're telling me right now, I'm so glad I could be a nice spark for you to be like, I got to do this with my life. But I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to have the sleep be sound,
Right. You were the unexpected influence. Ultimately, they had to do the work.
Just like you to me. You're giving me way too much credit. I disagree. So that's that.
Do you feel now you're almost at the end, right? This is the last year. 2025.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Do you feel you've left WWE in a better place than how you found it?
I do. It's different. And there are things I romanticize about that I wish everyone involved with the WWE could experience. But again, I'm not meeting the place where it's at. And that's me wanting to be like, why can't you just do this? It's just not that way anymore. But I think overall, strictly from an analytic standpoint, sure. I came in, you guys were trading at $5.
Yeah, I guess we were public at that time.
Sure were.
Yeah.
And I came in with a name change. Everybody either hurt or left, and the XFL. And then
first iteration.
Yep. Yeah. And then the housing crisis. I remember some lean years. I remember I was really trying to pull together my beans when it was at $6.40 a share. I'm like, man,
come on now.
Could I buy this place and just kick everybody out of the writers' room and do some crazy shit? Let's have some fun. And I obviously did not do that, but I've been to.
Well, and just for the show, trading at $6.40, and now here we are at $135, and it's TKO, and it's a completely different company, but it's the evolution.
Yes, a lot more talent friendly. It has become a lot more of a media company. Rather, it is still a live event company, but it's much more of a media company. A lot of things have changed. There's a real wrestling farewell. I had to pitch this idea to TKO and hoping that they would see the business in it. And they were like, yes, this is going to be good. And this will help us solidify these relationships. Are you okay if in doing this, you help us solidify these relationships? Let's do this, because it's either this or I tweet that I'm retired. and the other isn't going to help us at all.
Right.
So I don't know if that conversation could have happened without the evolution of where it is. Man, I know that people now are now racing to get involved with this. So that's another metric that athletes are like, oh man, the Next in Line program. And then the way we reach out to independents through Evolve. And it's like our developmental territory is not a developmental territory. It's a legitimate standalone brand. Like that alone says like, oh, we just want to train these guys. We're going to just throw it out there as a TV show. Oh, they're superstars now. Okay, great. All right. They've been in the ring for 2 months, but they're going to be out there and just doing it. It's larger, but I think so. I think so.
I think you are such a massive part of this company's evolution. And I know you will continue to leave your mark even well beyond your in-ring years. And I know that's not your goal. It's not your goal to be a legacy persona, so to speak, but you can't help but be.